Um, hey guys, I got a magician suit, as you see, pretty nice suit jacket, and I got a tie and shirt and black trousers with it. But I was watching my videos and I noticed the growing dice. Check, you could see the sleight of hand, so I wasn't too happy about that. So I'm gonna film the trick again, the performance, and reveal it. And then I'll just tell you a wee fun thing that you can do. I'll explain about that later. But what I've got is just a wee small dice here. Okay, just so you can see that. I'll just set it on the table. Then I'm going to close that up like that. And then I'm just going to hold the dice here and do that, and then move it across. And then here and do that and rub and go like that, and then it melts through and it also becomes bigger. Again, I'm just going to set that here. And I'll just set this back down, and then I hold the dice here, and then I can do that, put it here, and then I melt it and go like that and blow, and then nothing appears. But if I do a rub like that, and then a bigger dice appears. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You have a plate here. You have a plate here, and this dice is stuck onto it, and there's my phone going off. And you've got the big dice stuck to this, and it's hollow there. And then you've just got another one, and then you've got the other two dice in this hand. Now if you're wondering how did I get these two dice, it's from the sleight of hand that you could see. So the build up of the trick is, where the plate with the big dice on it that's stuck, it can't be moved, you just put the medium sized dice and you just place that in there, and then you get a wee tile board plate, and you just sit that there, stopping it to come out. Okay, and then you sit this one here. Okay, and that sits alongside of the big one. Okay, and then you've got to turn it this way. Okay, so then you explain about how you can make a dice become bigger, and then you do this. Okay, when you do that, you've got the big dice here, and you don't want them to see that, because then you can see two dice, because there's one here. So when you do that, when you lift, you want to make sure you've got the two plates. We'll just set that down, you can see the two plates, because that hides the medium sized dice. Okay, so you do that, and then you just pull the plate with the small dice on it, and then you show it. You just sit it on the table and carefully concealing the fact that the big dice is there. So you just hold it like this, and then you build it back up, and then you've got to get that to come down. So when you do that and put the plate with the small dice was on that plate, you put that back on top there, and then you've got to flip it, and I'll explain that later. And how you vanish this, it's almost like a French drop, and if I get a coin I'll show you what that is. There you go, just a £1 coin, and if you do that you can take the coin like that and then vanish it away, and it's there. Okay, and how that works is you hold there, and then as you're coming across, like, just imagine my hand's still there, and when you do that, that comes back as you're doing that, and then it's dropped in your hand and it looks as if it's there. So if I do this like that, it looks convincing it's in here, it's there. So it's the same idea with the dice. You hold it there, you go across, and you need to pick it as if you're doing that, but what you're actually doing is this. You're doing that and then dropping it into your hand, holding that when it's covered, and then taking it there, and then you just sort of rub, do a magic and blow, and you pretend it's went back into there and done something. So for the purpose of this trick, then all you need to do is just keep it there, and then you open the bottom because you flipped, and you need to be careful not to show that. Oops. You just make sure you don't show them that bit, and so again, just doing that, but making sure they can still see you're not doing anything to the plates, and then you just put that on the table, do that, and this time you don't need to turn anything, because if you see, there's plate number, there's plate 1, 2 and 3. Plate 2 has the big dice. Okay, so there's no need to flip it. As soon as you've got that dice, I'll just put it back on top and set that on the table. Okay, so that's just sat on the table, and then again, pretend doing the French drop, just do that, take it like that, and then it's in there and not in here. Okay, you just make them think that, then you melt it and blow. And this one's a wee bit trickier. The best way to do it is just hold them holding all 3 plates and then lift that. We've got to be careful because this is stuck on. A dice would fall. That won't, because it's stuck, so you've got to be careful, almost making sure it won't move. like that, and that's basically how the growing dice works. So that's a pretty good trick. And also, one other thing you can do, I was going to tell you, is if you get like a can of Coca-Cola and you know at the bottom of it, what you should do is drink or pour half of it away, so you've got half of the liquids left. And this is a sort of science trick. It's called counterbalance. It's physics. I don't do physics, but I know it's called counterbalance. And what would happen is it's impossible for stuff to sit like that without toppling, like that. The Coke, if you sit there, because it's rim, you sit it there and it will float. I think I've actually got a picture on my phone. I'll just check. One sec, I've got to enter my password and then I'll show you. Media, pictures, all pictures. Come on, load. Aha. Yeah. And it will float like that, if you can see that. Yeah, so all you need to do is drink it halfway, and make sure it's roughly halfway. You don't want it to be too little or too less, or it will topple and that won't be good. You look like an absolute fool. And then you sit it like that and it will balance and not fall over, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so thank you for watching this. I hope you like it, and I know you probably need to go away and buy a or you could make it, but that's some problem. I would just go and buy one. But yeah, there's a trick revealed for you anyway, so thanks for watching. More videos will be coming soon.